The history of Algeria is a complex narrative, shaped by successive waves of civilizations, conquests, and struggles for independence. Here's a condensed overview of key periods and events in Algerian history. Ancient Algeria c. 10,000 BCE 7th century CE. The territory of present-day Algeria has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with evidence of early human settlements dating back to the Neolithic era. Ancient Algeria was home to various indigenous Berber tribes, such as the Numidians and the Getulians, who developed sophisticated societies and engaged in trade with neighboring civilizations, including the Phoenicians, Greeks, and Romans. Roman rule 2nd century BCE 5th century CE. Algeria was part of the Roman Empire for several centuries, known as the province of Numidia and later as Mauritania Caesariensis. Roman rule brought urbanization, infrastructure development, and the spread of Christianity to Algeria, with cities like Hippo Regius modern-day Annaba and Timgad modern-day Batna flourishing as centers of commerce and culture. Vandal and Byzantine rule 5th–7th centuries. Following the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Algeria came under the control of the Vandals, a Germanic tribe, and later the Byzantine Empire. These periods saw political instability and conflict as various tribes and kingdoms vied for control of the region. Islamic conquest 7th century. In the 7th century, Arab Muslim armies began their conquest of North Africa, bringing Islam to the region. Algeria became part of the Umayyad Caliphate, and later the Abbasid Caliphate, adopting Islam as the dominant religion and Arabic as the primary language. Berber dynasties 8th–16th centuries. Algeria was ruled by various Berber dynasties, such as the Rustamids, the Idrisids, and the Zirids, who established independent emirates and sultanates. The Almoravid and Almohad dynasties, originating from present-day Morocco, also exerted control over parts of Algeria, promoting Islamic unity and Berber identity. Ottoman rule 16th–19th centuries. In the 16th century, Algeria came under the control of the Ottoman Empire, which established the regencies of Algiers, Constantine, and Oran. The Ottomans imposed a system of tribute and piracy, with the Barbary corsairs conducting raids on European ships and coastal towns. The economy relied heavily on piracy, trade, and agriculture, with Algiers becoming a major center of commerce and diplomacy in the Mediterranean. French colonialism 19th–20th centuries. Algeria was colonized by France in 1830 following a military invasion. French rule was marked by repression, land expropriation, and forced labor, leading to widespread resistance and uprisings among the Algerian population. The Algerian War of Independence 1954–1962 was a brutal conflict between the Algerian National Liberation Front (FLN) and French colonial forces, resulting in the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Algerians and French settlers. Algeria gained independence on July 5, 1962, after a referendum in which the majority of Algerians voted for independence. Post-independence era 1962 present. After gaining independence, Algeria embarked on a nation-building project aimed at reconstructing the country and addressing social, economic, and political challenges. The National Liberation Front (FLN) remained in power, establishing a one-party state and implementing socialist policies. In the 1980s, Algeria experienced a period of political liberalization and economic reform, followed by a decade-long civil war in the 1990s between the government and Islamist insurgents. Since the end of the civil war, Algeria has undergone political stability and economic development, with challenges such as unemployment, corruption, and youth disillusionment still persisting. Hydrocarbon economy. Algeria is one of the largest producers of natural gas and oil in Africa, with hydrocarbons accounting for the majority of its export revenues. The country's economy is heavily dependent on oil and gas exports, which have fueled economic growth and development, but also contributed to income inequality and resource mismanagement. Challenges and opportunities. Algeria faces various challenges, including political reform, youth unemployment, terrorism, and social inequality. However, the country also possesses significant potential for economic diversification, regional cooperation, and human development. As Algeria navigates the complexities of the 21st century, its rich history, cultural heritage, and strategic location continue to shape its identity and aspiration for the future.